Ever since man has needed roads, the technology for building them has changed by leaps and bounds over the centuries. In this video, we'll showcase a few of these road building techniques that have withstood the tests of time and some new technologies that will amaze you. From layering gravel to solar charging highways, here are the top 10 most insane road technologies. Plastic roads. There are dozens of new technologies popping up in road creation and management, but perhaps one of the eco-friendliest versions of the blacktop is plastic roads. Made almost entirely of recycled plastic, these roads are durable, flexible, and create a second life for items that would otherwise sit rotting in a landfill, like water bottles, spent packaging, and even used K-cups. In America alone, 38 billion water bottles get thrown in the trash each year. That's 1,500 bottles each second. Plastic roads would be a lightweight, durable solution to this big waste problem. The new roads are designed with a hollow, cardboard-like center that allows water to drain while remaining sturdy enough to hold up even the heaviest of trucks. It would be modular, 100% recyclable, and much faster to install than your average roadway. This green technology has yet to go much further than preliminary testing, but it's a promising solution for the growing plastic problem we face on our planet. Solar roadways. There's no denying that renewable energy is the future of our power production, especially when it comes to solar power. But this environment-friendly movement has ventured into an unlikely territory: the roads. Roads always get plenty of sunlight, enough that we joke you could fry an egg on them on a hot day. So why just let all that power be absorbed by wasteful tar when we could use it to power our cities? This exciting technology uses biodegradable glass that's been tempered, tested, and textured for a strong, lasting roadway you can actually still stop your car on. The panels are modular, like a honeycomb of a beehive, and each panel can be replaced independently of the surrounding panels if it gets damaged or breaks down. This allows for safe and easy repairs. But the coolest thing about solar highways isn't the solar power, it's the early warnings they'd give drivers. Weather conditions, traffic accidents, even an animal up ahead in the road. All that and more could be programmed to display on the surface of the panels. Plus, the panels can use their collective energy to make their own heat to melt snow and ice, making driving a safer prospect than it's ever been before. Cobblestone roads. Cobblestones are so called because they are roughly assembled to form a road or walkway. It was smooth stone cobbles that were gathered from stream beds, and the term first appeared in 15th century England. It should be noted that it was the Romans who first invented cobblestone streets in the 3rd centuries. The stones, usually 2 to 10 inches in diameter, would be picked up in rivers and streams by workers, and then the cobbles were laid in sand or something set in mortar if the road owner is wealthy enough to afford it. Cobblestone roads were made to keep trade roads from becoming muddy or impossible to traverse. Old cobblestone roads can last for a long time, and some have lasted for many decades or even thousands of years. Despite being outdated, there are many of these roads still in existence, such as Captain's Row in Alexandria, Virginia, Acorn Street in Boston, Massachusetts, and Wharf Street located in Portland, Oregon, that is so old that it has actually started to morph and cave in to become a small stream whenever it rains. But cobblestone rock was replaced by quarried granite sets called Belgian block, which gave a smoother ride for carts. Glow-in-the-dark roads. Glow sticks might make a rave all that more exciting at a concert, but have you ever imagined that same glow-in-the-dark technology would be used to keep drivers safe? A new pilot program has been officially started in none other than the forward-thinking Netherlands that involves using glow-in-the-dark paint to mark roadways. The roadway markers spend all day charging in the sun and then glow all night without the need for electricity. You might think that the glow won't last long, but unlike cheaper glow-in-the-dark products, this paint is formulated to last and hold its glow for up to 10 hours if conditions are good, increasing visibility for longer periods of time without requiring the use of electricity. The hope is that this project will increase road safety and visibility for drivers at night in places where streetlights simply aren't financially or physically feasible. Anti-ice roads. Black ice is the kryptonite of drivers anywhere it gets cold in the winter. One minute you're driving along, and the next your car is spinning hood over tails out of control. You might think the only way to avoid this is for your local road crews to spread corrosive salt and sand on roads after they've been scraped. But researchers have put their heads together and come up with a substance that's just as strong as the regular tar with significant delays in ice formation. In essence, this is achieved through the road itself being infused with the base elements of salt. It's debatable whether this new technology is ecologically sound, and tests showed a 2-month limit on the material's de-icing properties in the small quantities used in the lab. That said, a larger road is predicted to last a lot longer, though certainly more testing is needed before this technology can be implemented in a real-world setting. Rome. All roads lead to Rome. Today, it's just a saying, but back in the day, it was a fact of life. It's arguable that the vast, interconnected road system built by the Roman Empire not only helped them conquer new territory, but hold on to the record-breaking kingdom they already had. Everything about Rome was ahead of its time, from their cleanliness to aqueducts. Their roads were similarly advanced. First, they dug a massive trench, in which layers of materials were built up with drainage and durability in mind. The first level was deeply compacted sand that allowed water to run and drain under the roads rather than to push them upwards. After the sand has been smoothed out, the next part of that roadway sandwich is a rock slab, cement combination that created a solid, stable foundation. This created a nice flat surface for the gravel-packed cement that further stabilized the road. The top layer was a smooth stone and volcanic rock cap that curved ever so slightly towards culverts on either side. This system allowed 50,000 miles worth of roads to outlast even the most modern of technologies. Interactive lights. Back before electricity was even a thing on people's minds, we had these brilliant things called gas lights. Instead of running on battery or city power, street lamps were connected in a maze of pipes that ran gas down through entire cities. This allowed people to still enjoy a bit of light at night, and the technology was even enjoyed in some people's homes. We've come a long way since then, moving on from potentially explosive prospects to the electrical grid and even solar power. The next step in this light evolution is interactive lights. After all, it's a little wasteful to have all those lights on all the time, and full-on street lamps can be difficult and expensive to build. So, engineers have come up with a rather clever solution via motion-responsive lights. Hooked up to tiny windmills that are powered through the breeze of a car passing, these lights sense motion and light up the road alongside a moving vehicle. Not only does this conserve electricity by ensuring lights only go on when they're needed, but it also allows drivers to navigate their environment much more safely. Electric priority lanes. There was a time when electric cars were nothing more than a gimmick in sci-fi movies, but these days they might as well be our future. From hybrids to fully automated vehicles, electric cars are slowly taking over the automobile industry. Sure, they're expensive, and many still need at least some gas to function. The batteries are also likely to kick in during a long trip, but that's where electric priority lanes come in. These smart roadways would be a superhighway for electric cars that not only could warn drivers of dangerous conditions up ahead, but they could even potentially be outfitted to charge cars as they drive. No more stalling out halfway to your destination. No more panicking trying to remember if you put gas in just in case your battery runs out. The road takes care of all of it for you. These electric priority lanes would make ecologically healthier cars a more appealing option, while simultaneously creating better prepared drivers across the board. Laying asphalt in China. Comparing older road building technology with new really shows you how far we've come. For example, in China, the Jinan Tongda Paving Construction Company has 600 employees and a huge fleet of Caterpillar road-building heavy equipment, such as planers, vibratory asphalt compactors, and an incredibly huge $450,000 asphalt paver. Their annual road construction output totals $1.5 billion a year, and they have rebuilt entire highways in China. Now, road construction begins with planers which can dig 4 inches or more into solid rock and asphalt. The old road ends up in the back of a dump truck, while another dump truck with hot asphalt loads the paver, which paves a road 3 inches deep and 11 feet wide. These machines are capable of laying down 882 US tons of asphalt per day. Asphalt roads can last up to 15 years before they need to be planed and resurfaced. The Pankowy Bridge. Bridges cross over streams, rivers, and even oceans. Each one is much a work of architectural art as it is a physical connection between one place to another. Most bridges are some sort of combination of stone and steel, but it's usually something like steel cables holding up a segmented cement roadway. But the Pankowy Bridge in Kronstadt, Russia takes mixed media to a whole new level. Instead of just having steel legs or cables, the road itself is a honeycomb of steel filled with tar. This unique structure allows the bridge to remain fairly light while being insanely strong and flexible. Some parts of the bridge are still from the original 1860 structure, while others had to be replaced after the ravages of war. Just imagine that this road has lasted 150 years, and when you compare that to some of Russia's modern roads, this road is really a masterpiece. We hope you enjoyed this video. Tell us which one of these road construction techniques you thought was the most interesting. And if you liked the video, then click subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll be the first to know when a new video arrives.